Lunchtime is over.
What's that?
Your keys, man.
I see you've played knifey spoony before. Hey!
What's up, everyone? Adam from FWCI. We're going to watch Black Mirror Demon 79. Now, I know this one is set in 1979. There seems to be a really big focus, like a very conscious effort on doing different time frames throughout this season, and I enjoy that. I think that's a really fun idea to do, to just kind of plop this concept into all these different eras. And because it's the 70s, I couldn't help it. I had to wear the Democracy Manifest shirt. If you don't know what this is, I'll include a little bit of a clip. A lot of drug smuggling happening in and out of like Australia and like Asian countries and stuff like that. And the Brisbane police set up a sting operation to catch some dude that they thought was like a big time drug smuggler. They had news cameras there. This was like a big bust that they were like planning on saying like, hey, we're winning the war on drugs. It was a huge deal, except they got it wrong, and the person that they ended up like arresting was not a drug dealer. He was a serial dine and dasher, or what do they call it, like in America where you eat your food and then you just run. In Australia it's called dine and dash. And this dude got arrested, and his arrest video is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Here's a couple of my favorite clips from it.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Ah, yes. I see that you know your judo well. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? Ta-ta and farewell.
He's an absolute Aussie legend, so given that it's the 70s, we're going Democracy Manifest. Let's see what Democracy manifests in this video here, Demon 79. I think this episode is going to be a little bit, kind of like, is it schlock horror? Where, like, there's really over-the-top gore, like, blood spurting out everywhere, like, you know, old, like, 80s and 90s, like, I guess, late 70s, like, horror movies. The way that it was portrayed in the trailer, except with the exception of, like, the Guardian Angel-looking dude, who I think is Donald Glover? I'm not 100% sure. I have to wait and see. It looks like it's kind of really presented in an old way as well. The other episodes have been set in older times, but this one looks like it's actually going to be presented as it was like filmed and made back in the day. So I wonder if that means we're going to find out that somebody else is watching this video. Oh my god, can you imagine if it's Janet from Lock Henry? Like at the end it just zooms out of this horrible gory thing and she's sitting there watching it with her husband. Ugh. That's just crazy enough to maybe happen. Alright, let's jump into it. Black Mirror, Demon 79. Let's go. Yeah, it was called Red Mirror in the trailer. It was like Red Mirror Presents. Yeah, a Red Mirror film. That's why I think there's going to be a lot of blood. This is really retro. Am I in for just a taste of like an old horror movie? Because I haven't seen a great deal of horror. Is it a kind of dream floating out on the tide? What does that mean? How does that relate to this episode? River of death downstream. Oh Christ. Is it a dream? I feel like this song is just very Black Mirror, like very good at describing the show in general. Yeah, so she's kind of just underappreciated, feels kind of invisible. Blends in with the background very much, like everything from like her skin tone to the clothing she's wearing and all the background. I wonder if that's on purpose.
If I start with a customer now, it cuts into my break.
Damn, still got a lot of that lunch left, man. And by the way, what kind of arrangement is this?
So he murdered his wife? Oh, it was manslaughter. Judge said she drove him to it.
Wow.
Puffy hands. Surely we don't have to serve him. Everyone needs shoes, Nita. How about doing your job?
Yeah, now I see why you're like, oh, I gotta take my break now, 5 minutes early. Screw you. You're terrified as well, lady.
I think I'm going to need the 11. I'm large. For my height.
This guy. Could you be any more creepy, dude? Actually, please don't. Yeah, okay. We saw this in the trailer. Is this in her head? Damn it. I mean, it's probably a good thing that it is in her head, but I'm sure it's going to be out of her head soon. She didn't write down her number, though, did she?
He's a bit bloody young, isn't he?
He's good, though.
They haven't just failed nationally, but right here in Tipley.
Tipley? Oh, wow. Isn't there a pedophile ring in Tipley? Didn't we learn about that in the last one? Or the one before that? Alright, so she's actually very scared of people. Wow, there's some old school chips, but they look good. Creative visualization. Oh god, what is this? So she's actually scared of them, but in her head she wants to use the power of your imagination to create what you want in your life. Creative visualization. Oh my god, is that like The Secret or whatever it is? God, it's the guy from Boney M? Or is that he just... Because I'm pretty sure that's what Boney M looks like, isn't it?
There was a cat that really was gone.
My parents had a Boney M cassette tape.
You're dreaming if you think you can pull that off.
What was it that David said in Schitt's Creek? He doesn't want the mannequins to look quite so porny. Maybe this place could take a leaf out of that book.
Normal food. It doesn't tend to linger afterwards. It's not really fair on your co-workers, and there is a chance it could... Well, it could get into the shoe leather.
I don't think quite from one meal a day. But why is everyone eating in one tiny little stockroom, though? That's the other question.
You know, I think Vicky would be very appreciative.
Vicky. You're getting slaughtered. I'm positive.
Mr. Posset himself used to work down there in the early days. He didn't like to be disturbed. Couldn't be further from civilization.
Yeah, that's the 60s though. But I'm pretty sure Indian food was like big in England. Or had it not quite taken yet. Yeah, she kind of deserved it though, to be honest.
Hello, what you want?
Yeah, this lady's not well. She's really not well. It reminds me of Rosa on Brooklyn Nine-Nine going to a happy place. I won't say what it is in case people out there haven't seen it yet, but go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's a great show. Collapsing wall. Why are these death snippets here? Did she just get the bloodlust? Is that how it started? Oh. I know that symbol. That's White Rabbit. That's everything.
Hello.
Is this our mate? It's gotta be. I kind of wish I didn't watch the trailer for this one, to be honest. Because I would be thoroughly confused right now. Even future Black Mirror, I will stay offline.
I've got a whole introductory speech here. We've got to work together. Can you pick me up? Come on, pick me up. Just pick me up.
So her blood got on this talisman, whatever that is. And now she's got a demon. Was the demon already in there?
You anointed the talisman, and the rules are you've got to carry out 3 human sacrifices over the next 3 days, or else the world's going to end.
What? Oh, is this a big mental health thing?
Hey, come on, what's the matter?
I peered into your soul, and apparently this is a physical look you find appealing. So, maybe you saw this recently and liked it.
She did like it.
Is how clowns dressed in your realm? I mean...
No, you're a sexy disco guy.
I mean, basically, we need to deliver 3 sacrifices by Maymus. That's May Day to you, or else it's... Well, it's burning skies time.
Ooh, there was newspaper clippings about Mayday.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, that looks like the tech from previous seasons. I mean, I don't know why she would have it or how he would initiate it, but that's what it looks like. Exactly like. Ow. This is one way to get your point across, I guess. Jesus.
See, burning people, they do smell like you'd expect, don't they? Like a burger on a griddle.
You can smell it as well? Oh, jeez.
Like I said, animals don't count. You have to do humans, and there's got to be a cadence to it.
Is she just nuts? Or is this an actual demon? I hope she ends up being somebody significant in the, like, future of Black Mirror, like, that creates some of the tech or something like that.
Let's just get kill number 1 under your belt. Start racking them up.
Start racking them up.
We need a doctor.
You want me to go and call one?
But Elf, I told you, I can see into this man's soul, and he absolutely deserves to die.
Does he, though?
He pays Laura a little nighttime visit.
Is everything okay?
Really? Is that true, or is he just making this up? Whoa. That's one way to get her to kill him. Alright, well, that's one. No witnesses deserve to die. We can do this. Let's just get a list of all the pedophiles and just take a couple of them out. Do you need a couple of extra, just in case there's another apocalypse at some point? We can do 6. I thought that was a teenage boy then. That's just a young early 20s woman. God, we can't access this dog's memories, can we?
That's him. He never stays out. This man and this lady are going to help find Daddy. Worried sick, aren't you, love?
Nope. For all she cares, he can be dead in the bottom of a river. Well, I've got good news for you, Laura.
You're late for work. You are going to have to go in, you know. You can't have people getting suspicious. I mean it. If you don't turn up...
Fucking shut up!
Oh, the dude. The murderer guy. The guy who manslaughtered his wife.
Keep feeling the crack of his skull on the brick.
Oh, that's graphic.
They said Mum was mad. They'll say it about me. But this time they'll be right. They'll be totally bloody right.
Hey, look. You're not crazy.
I'm a murderer.
Yeah, but you're not a crazy one.
Yeah, see? It's a difference.
This is actually my first assignment. It's more of a initiation.
Really?
It has to be someone corruptible. So, I mean, if you think about it, what's happening here, it actually reflects really well on your character.
I see what he means. He's not wrong, but also, what the hell?
Hello, emergency services. What service do you require?
Yeah, what service is going to help with this? A priest?
Carry on, as usual, so the normals don't get spooked, which means going to work. And while you're there, we can decide who to kill next.
Is this all in her head? Oh, no. I like the fact that I really don't know where this is going. Like, is this just a full-blown, like, you know, paranoid, delusional situation?
You look awful.
Garper's gonna be like...
Front runner for the old... God, I do love a little old lady. Hey?
Come on, we're not killing the old lady.
She can't stop thinking about the end, though. They can't wait for it to come. You be doing her a favour.
Shut up. What was that, love? Nothing.
She dreams of death.
Just walking around justifying why everybody needs to die. This is a great demon character, actually. If Craigslist was a thing back then, you wouldn't have to do much. You just put up an ad, wait a couple of days.
Depends what time you want to start.
Maybe I won't want to stop.
Oh my god, these two.
I won't want to stop you.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
God's gift. Till he loses his hair at 32 and spends the next 29 years taking it out on his missus.
Jesus Christ.
Look, it's R5 already. You've got to get the next one in by midnight. You have to pick someone.
She's creating different timelines as well, is she? Or is it just reset? Well, let's not even get into timeline talk.
Do you want the apocalypse to happen?
You're in the way.
Nuclear tensions rise, talks break down, and US and Soviet...
Oh, that's the apocalypse he's talking about? The US and the Soviets?
Do you understand? This is the form it's taking. This is real. You don't have much time. You're the only one who can stop it.
Oh, this is full-on paranoid delusions. Not paranoid delusions, like delusions of grandeur. Hallucinations is probably the word I should be using more than delusions.
Yes, that's you. You're a basher.
I don't drink.
Yeah, shit, yeah. But do you want a drink?
Yeah, there you go. Oh my god, this song. This is a song about didn't some kid go to school and like shoot up a bunch of people? And then his quote was, "Why'd you do it? I don't like Mondays."
Triple scotch, please.
Easy, he's still got work to do. Got ice for that?
Do people have it with ice?
Generally.
Yeah, have some ice with it. Water that down a little bit, for the love of God. Yeah, you're gonna be on the fucking ground, lady. You're gonna be sideways very quick. My God, hit me with your rhythm stick. This is all my dad's favorite music.
Right, let's get cracking. It's the only one tasty.
Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! Oh man, this is gonna be great.
She could have pulled her out, but she just stood there and watched. Fucking hell.
You could be making this up.
That's the question.
He thought his wife was cheating on him, so he...
Strangled her in the bath.
Are you familiar with his work?
Garp is amazing in this, by the way.
Hit me, das ist gut, say fantastic. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me with your rhythm stick.
This is a great choice. It's nice to be a lunatic, yes.
I think we have a contender.
I think we've got a contender as well. Let's do this. I've never been so on board with bashing someone's brains in with a hammer before.
You're a dark horse, aren't you?
You've met her, man. What happens if she dies, though? Apocalypse happens, I guess.
Do you want to do it here, or...?
Oh my God, dude. Oh, man.
It's almost midnight, you're cutting it fine.
Shut the fuck up, you.
What was that?
Can't wait to fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. Time. This guy is just the epitome of disgusting. Every single thing about him. Yeah, don't sit on that bed. Should have jumped him. Should have jumped him.
You're gonna hit me with that. Always knew something would happen.
he's like, yep, this is what I thought was gonna happen. Jeez.
I wasn't a bad husband.
Yeah, there we go. Enough of the bullshit, mate. Or are we gonna find out at the end that he actually was the world's most amazing husband? We don't know. He doesn't look like one, though. His house looks fucking revolting. What the hell is that? Or is this our number 3? Is it after midnight? Can we knock off number 3 now?
I can't kill another one.
We've seen you now, you have to kill him.
Get out the house!
Throw a bunch of chips at her.
Please, just get out of here. Please.
Neither of them can fight. Neither of them want to fight. This would confuse the absolute hell out of you. Some random woman just appears in your house and starts trying to beat you with a friggin' hammer. Oh. I thought she was a basher. Not a stabber.
So sorry.
I feel like at this point she could still say like, this dude lured me back there, then he tried to do some funny stuff, and then I beat him with a hammer that was in his room for some reason, and then I was freaking out and I didn't explain myself well, and then he came at me with chips, and then this happened. Like, I feel like, honestly, I feel like there's still some benefit of the doubt to be made here as I watch her do this in cold blood with a friggin' demon in her ear.
That'd be Keith's brother, Chris.
What was he like?
Oh, no.
You know stuff.
Is he a good guy?
What's done is done. And on the plus side, you've got 2 tonight.
That's it.
See, it'll,
What, what happened? Are you gonna call tech support? The way he walked off with it, I was like, who are you gonna go ask about this, man?
Yeah, so I've got a talisman circa 1926, but the rune face has failed to register one of the sacrifices.
Dude, this tech support.
What, we can't just...
It doesn't count? What, it has to be on the daily?
He's a murderer. Makes him ineligible. That's what they're saying.
But we've been picking people who deserve it.
I mean, not strictly supposed to do it that way. I thought you'd find it easier. I mean, the first bloke, the one by the canal, they're giving us that one because he'd never actually killed anybody.
Fuck yourself. Right up a tree.
That doesn't make any sense. But you're angry, I get it.
Cast out into a boundless cosmic void.
Well, that sounds familiar.
Infinite nothingness. Absence of matter, of time.
Sounds like a bunch of Black Mirror episodes.
Sounds like my life.
Wow. Wow. This is all in her head. Is this just the insight to a full-blown, like I say, hallucinating serial killer kind of thing?
My whole life, I never wished harm on anyone.
You liar. You thought about smashing that woman's face into the glass.
Now what? You must have had some dark thoughts inside you when you touched the talisman. There's no shame in it. Who pissed you off?
Her boss. With his, like, anti-spicy food policy. Alright, even better.
Black shoes for a funeral. They pulled his dad out of the canal. I'd do it myself, but...
Oh, no. That's Laura.
You spared her another 5 years of it. A lifetime of therapy, but a lifetime, nonetheless. She's a mum at 29, a nan at 57.
Wow, okay, so he's... Damn. Is he just making all this up, though?
This is Mr. Michael Smart. You probably recognise him. He's all set to be our next MP.
Well, with a little luck and a following
He's
win.
Bigot and a pedophile, isn't he? I've been reading the newspapers in the show, not in real life.
I've already told him he'll go out of business at this rate.
Oh, who's going to be the next victim? Is it going to be this guy? Is this the concept now? We have to decide who we're going to kill. Who's the worst?
Would you pick up your bloody mess?
Oh.
I'm thinking car park.
So many candidates now.
What do you think?
I still think this is going to be like the journey of the serial killer. The first kill was like opportunity. The second one was like totally random. And then the third one is going to be going after somebody that they actually want to kill. Like really premeditated.
You know why I don't print stop immigration in gigantic letters on my campaign literature? Because look at me. You know what I stand for.
Just that good old-fashioned British racism, evil, attitude, let's just like slaughter whoever we want mentality.
Can you show me his future?
I mean, yeah, but let's not...
Then show me right now. Show me.
Your power. The land is ours. In a shock victory.
I saw the logo there. Is he the catalyst for like all of Black Mirror? Hang on a second, I gotta watch some of that shit. Establishes new leadership. So, oh, this is his own party? Identity, order, respect? The land is ours, Britannia. Halt immigration, restore control. Big old white rabbit logo there. General election victory for former Tory MP's Britannia party. Whoa. Prime Minister? Damn, this is just full on racially... That's literally racially profiling. He's Hitler. He's basically British Hitler is what I got from that.
He's fucking Satan.
Oh, he's not one of ours, not literally. I mean, they do like him. They're fans of his work, you might say.
God, Gap. Gap. I don't know how to say it.
Does Michael Smart qualify or not?
Like, technically, yeah, but...
Then I choose Michael Smart. He's the one and that's that.
How is this going to change the future, though? Is this going to turn him into, like, a martyr?
This is the story of my baker, the meanest cat from old Chicago town.
What is this song? Oh my god, is she going to go back and get that outfit finally? Wow. I'm glad she went not with the black leather miniskirt, though. That was a little bit trashy. This creepy-ass song. Love it.
You've changed.
She has changed. Now she's murdering with purpose. Oh, so she's going out on this one. She's like, yep, this is happening. I feel like her leaving that jacket there is kind of like a confession.
Drank 2 triple scotches by herself. We don't get many of them in here, let alone ordering whiskey.
Can you describe her?
Yeah, Indian.
Well done, man.
Is that over there? Saw her talking to herself. Talking to herself? Sort of muttering.
She also had 2 triple scotches, though, guys.
Inside. Invite him in, and then kill him.
You can't do that one, man. That's a cop. And by the way, shut up during this this interview. Do not distract her. You don't need her looking crazy in front of the police.
You've probably heard about Keith and Chris Holligan.
Who?
Holligans, Keith and Chris.
I've not heard of them, I'm afraid.
Keith was actually in the 3 Crowns last night. Did you see him?
Who is he? At this point, she already said she doesn't know him.
Well, you're a total fucking liar, aren't you? I'm impressed.
Let's hurry then. Smart will be finishing his speech.
Garp has been very entertaining this whole time. They picked a really charismatic actor to play that role. He's carried this episode. It is very interesting, though. And I'm sure that there's going to be some kind of alternate future without the politician that is like 10 times worse.
This election may decide our fate, but that fate is ours to decide. So don't just hope for a better future. Vote for one.
Jesus Christ. This guy is just the most politician-y politician that ever politicked. Alright, we're up. Whoa. Whoa. That's not good. I don't know who plays that cop. I recognize him from something. I remember him looking much younger, though. And driving gloves. They would reek like cigarettes, man.
It would be much easier for me if you just found someone else's...
You're not going to help, then piss off. I mean it.
Yeah, she's on her own crusade now. I like that this series is turning tiny cars like Fiats and Minis into, like, threatening murder-mobiles. Yeah, well, you can't just rely on the crash to kill him. Where's your hammer? You got your hammer? She got her hammer. You got Mjolnir? Let's go and do this. Oh no, this is gonna turn him into a martyr. Oh, She didn't finish the job. The apocalypse is coming? Is he the apocalypse?
If I don't do this by midnight, there'll be war. Fire. Fire everywhere.
We'll deal with that if it comes to it. Put it down.
Oh, this is so friggin' tense, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually really a really good way for him to resolve that, because she was at an emotional like precipice. Even though it's like a lot of contact, like that's better than like grabbing her and slamming her head into the ground and, you know, throwing her hands behind her back.
Each time you sacrifice someone, it got registered on the talisman, is that right?
Where's the talisman? Is that your proof?
This is a talisman, yeah?
Ooh.
Could only hear him to start with. Then he was actually in the room.
And what did he look like?
Like a monster at first.
Yeah, big time.
Then he turned into the man from Boney M.
It sounds nuts. Shit.
Tells you there'll be a nuclear war if you don't kill 3 people before May Day.
He didn't just tell me.
He showed her.
He showed me what it'd be like.
Yeah.
Tried to stop it. Honest, I did.
This would be tense, man. How do you know she's not just gonna like go nuts and jump over the table and try and rip somebody's throat out?
So, no matter how much sympathy you might muster for a personal situation, this family's mourning.
You hear that?
Here it is. Here it is. The demon was real. The demon was real.
Evening all.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yeah, well, me too, so that's that.
Oh, yeah. Endless nothingness for him.
Do you want to come with me?
Really?
Into eternal oblivion.
Oh no, it's much worse than that. It's with me.
Give it a go.
Yeah, you don't get to give that one a go, man. That one, you're either in or you're not in. What a weird ending. It's like a love story at the end. Yeah, what are you thinking now, officers? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the explosion here. What a weird ending. What an hilariously weird ending. I don't know if that was like super original or if that's like kind of like a trope from you know, horror or like whatever these kind of movies that would usually be. But I really liked that twist that yeah, it was actually a demon. Yeah, the apocalypse was coming. Yes, it all did happen. It wasn't inside her head, even though that's kind of what the show was trying to lead you to believe. But the way they played that out in the end, that you kind of believed right up to the very end that it was just a hallucination. And I think, with that being said, the way the story plays out, I think it does accurately depict somebody going through stages of like gradual worse and worse. Like, I don't know if there's a particular I don't know if there's a particular serial killer who mirrors this story or something like that, but I can certainly see the progression and how that would look with no context of why she's doing this, just seeing what the actual murders were. But that was a lot of fun. It definitely wasn't super disturbing. I mean, the ending of like, hey, there is a demon and it was the apocalypse. That doesn't scare me or anything because it's not very connected to reality, I suppose. But I think it would have been a lot more scary if she did manage to kill him. And the member of Tipley, Mr. Martin, I think if he was left as like this martyr for this like second coming of like, you know, the whole Nazi regime running out of England, I think that would have been a way more horrifying outcome, especially for the main character. But it is kind of weird that she murdered a bunch of people and then in her head she gets a happy ending and this eternal life with this new person, demon, whatever it is that she has developed this relationship with. So it is a bit of a weird ending. I don't really, this one I'm gonna have to like sort of marinate on a little bit more and sort of make a decision. But let's talk about the season as a whole. I said earlier that I was going to rank these, and I think I've come to a decision. I think number one is Loch Henry. That was just absolutely outrageous. The twist in that was great. The way the story was told was great. The plot devices that they used. Podrick was amazing in that episode as well. There was humor in it. There was a lot of darkness and some really good twists, and a nice twist on the technology aspect, with the videos being the, you know, evil technology, or the thing that brings everything down, or whatever, however you want to word it. Loch Henry is number 1. I think number 2, I'm going to put Joan is Awful. I just thought that was hilarious. I liked all the celebrities they had in it as well, and I liked the twist at the end with the different layers of Joan. I thought that was just a very solid Black Mirror, you know, kind of vibed ending, anyway, at least. And the episode as well. It was very Black Mirror-ish, especially for the Netflix era. Number 3 is Beyond the Sea. It was a long episode, but I liked that they took their time with the storytelling, because the big moment at the end, you got your Black Mirror ending with, you know, the Josh Hartnett kicking the chair out to say, hey, we've got 2 more years of this. But the ending with the murder of the family, that was... I feel like they did a good job making us... Not that we cared about the family, we cared about the wife, we barely saw the son, but we understood the seriousness and how deep that connection was for that particular guy. Cliff, his name is, Aaron Paul's character. So I really enjoyed that one. It was very Black Mirror-ish. Some questions in that, though, like how does this technology exist back in the 60s? They didn't really bother explaining that, and I guess they don't have to, but it did leave a bit of a question mark at times, like how is this even happening? But overall, it was very entertaining. Then I would probably have to put Demon 79 at number 4. This might change after I've edited this and like watched it again with my partner or something like that, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it more than Beyond the Sea. But this episode was fantastic. I mean, you just heard me talk about it. And in the number 5 spot is Maisie Day. That episode, I don't know, it just didn't take itself too seriously, and then in other aspects it was like a bit too serious. So I don't know if that was on purpose to have this really rapid shift in tone between kind of like goofy comedy almost and like really intense, you know, tension vibes throughout the entire thing. Like it just felt a little bit weird. Like when it was revealed that it was a werewolf, it kind of, when I was looking back on my reaction, as soon as they announced that it was a werewolf, shortly after I started, like, finished what I was going to say, I went and checked, okay, how long is left of this episode? Because I was like, oh, okay, that's what we're doing with this. And there wasn't really much of a twist at the end other than the morbid sight of Zazie Beetz' character taking a photograph of the actress with the gun to her head and beyond, which honestly that should have hit me, because that gave me vibes of Bing in 50 Million Merits and the end of that episode. Like, kind of sold his soul in a way. Like, but this one, it just didn't really quite hit the mark. But I enjoyed Black Mirror Season 6. I hope you did as well. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do, because I will react to more Black Mirror when it comes out, like 4 years from now, whenever that is. But I will be watching new seasons of The Boys and any other good stuff from HBO Max and Netflix and whatever. If it's out there and it's good, I might check it out. So make sure you subscribe. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends, ta-ta, and farewell.